Coach Taylor here with Tunde Oshinowo to talk to you about the 5 things you need to know in the recruiting process. If you need to know anything, know this. The recruiting process starts freshman year or earlier. Beyond just listening to college coaches or scouts, look at their actions. We are seeing more and more coaches offering recruit scholarships as sophomores. 84% of Division I prospects are identified by the end of their sophomore year.
And that's exactly right. Even if your athlete isn't being actively recruited by coaches, it is important to start preparing your athlete and understanding the rules and process of recruiting. If you plan and prepare as early as the 7th grade, you're building a better 8th grade prospect, a better 9th grade prospect, and ultimately a better college prospect. At the beginning of freshman year or earlier, athletes should have a clear understanding of the NCAA rules and core course requirements. This will be a large part of developing your recruiting game plan. Set goals, play from ahead, don't wait till the final play to catch the Hail Mary for a touchdown. Those who start early and prepare will succeed in the long run. Talk to a national scout or someone who works closely with athletes to get a game plan started, because if you aren't, your competition is.
You know, as a player and coach, I've always had a game plan for success. You can't just show up on game day and expect to win. This is the game plan for the rest of your life. Get started now. Like anything in life, football is about time management. Understand that a portion of your busy schedule needs to be focused on the recruiting process. The second thing football athletes need to understand in the recruiting process is how coaches recruit. The first part of getting recruited is to get on the radar of the college coaches. Play your game well and you'll be discovered right. No, wrong. College football coaches identify prospects using scouts and online tools well before they show up to scout a game in person. Occasionally, someone else will catch their eye at a high school football game, but they are primarily there for the prospects they have already identified.
You know, that's a great point. Before a college coach recruits anyone, they have to identify talent. If you're not a top 100 kid, most likely a coach will need to hear about you from another source. College football coaches work with experienced scouts and utilize the reach and resources that these scouts bring to the table. College coaches can't find all the talent on their own. That's why they use scouts to identify and discover talent. As an athlete, you need to make sure your athletic ability, recruiting information, and academic qualifications have been verified by a credible source.
Guys, video is king. A highlight tape is crucial to the football recruiting process. College coaches get video from so many different sources, they don't have time to look at all of them. When video comes from a scout that coaches have built a relationship with, they'll watch it.
So Randy, is it enough to put my highlight video on YouTube and hope that coaches find it?
No, Tunde. Your video needs to be proactively sent to them from someone they trust, whether that is a scout, another coach. There are millions of videos online, and coaches don't use YouTube as a credible scouting site. Tunde, the fourth thing football athletes need to know is that they need to be realistic in the recruiting process. You know, less than 1% of student athletes get a Division I full ride. Reality is so important in the process, especially for football. There are 1 million high school football players in the country, and a majority of them want to play football at the next level and at a major BCS school. This only makes the recruiting process more competitive. Start out with the right mindset in the process. Make sure you have somebody evaluate where you can play, not only athletically, but academically too. Reaching out to schools is part of the process, but you want to make sure you're reaching out to the right colleges for you.
Now, while football offers the most scholarships of any sport, with 85 available at Division I and 36 at Division II, the reality is that there are usually only about 25 to 30 scholarships available for each incoming freshman class at the Division I level, and even fewer at the Division II level. With over 1 million high school football players across the country, that doesn't leave much room for you. There is a school out there that's right for you, but you won't find it if you aren't targeting realistic schools.
One of the last items to know as a football recruit is the role of your high school coach. Don't blame your coach. It's your job to get a scholarship or a spot on the roster. The most important thing is to communicate with your coaches and to keep a solid relationship with them. Parents, don't beat the coaches up. They have a lot on their plate and a lot of athletes who want to be recruited. This is not on them, it's on your family.
Playing college football is an amazing opportunity for so many athletes. You are responsible for your entire recruiting process. Take control and utilize every resource available to maximize your recruiting potential.
I've been in the sport of football for over 30 years, and I see way too many kids miss the unbelievable opportunity to play college football because they didn't know how the process worked. Talk to a scout and find out what schools you qualify for. Call 866-577-6272 and start connecting with coaches.